Well, hello and welcome one and all to what is a very special day on the English football scene. It's the day Arsenal meet Manchester United, two giant institutions of the game that also happen to be amongst its most decorated. This is a fixture which has been globally recognised as one of the defining rivalries of recent years. Rivalry often personal between managers and players, and down to the fact that both have so excelled. Every game akin to gladiatorial combat and decorated with wonderful attacking football, crunching physicality. Faces have come and gone and rivalry has entered into a new era, but there is one thing that never changes, and that is the fact that neither of these sides can bear the idea of losing to the other, and that on its own a factor sufficient to make this utterly unmissable. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
So we're up and running. Moved on forwards. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Partey. Nicely weighted ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And he was quick to react. Rice.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Boylan. Yeah, that looks a decent ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Odegaard. White. Garnacho. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bruno Fernandes. Havertz. Bruno Fernandes. Over to the left. Oh, well played. Rice.
This is the time you need that pace.
There they go, hunting in packs. Wan-Bissaka. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Here's Shaw. Aim forwards. Garnacho. Anthony. That's a good ball out wide. He is just caressing the ball. And the first 45 minutes are up. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless.
Everyone, please
Look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. There's the start of the second half. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? Rice. Havertz. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Shaw. Played out to the right. Anthony. He's tried one! Just off target.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
It's a really well-measured ball. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless.
The attendance for this match was
Martinelli.
71,649.
And he's being shifted off it. He's beaten the off, tries a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Arsenal can start a counter here. Trossard. He's had it taken off him. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Wan-Bissaka. Maguire. And Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes. It's a good run down the right. Aims beyond the defence. He's had a hit! That's a half-decent try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Martinelli. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Bruno Fernandes! He's missed, but not by that far. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
In an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Substitutions taking
Still
place.
test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Bruno Fernandes. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Trossard. Wan-Bissaka did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Saliba. Oh, that's fabulous. He's found some great chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
Extra time reaches half-time. Well, it is starting to feel as though there is an inevitability about penalties here. You'd like to think that both teams still want to win it in the final 15 minutes. The question is, can the players go that far? And the action has already restarted. So, for the last time, who dares to win? Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Garnacho fiddles it through. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, it's in! Save the best for last! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
After 25 minutes in extra time is number 8, Bruno Fernandes.
So here comes a substitution. Gabriel Jesus coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
Casemiro gets across to intercept that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that will be the final act. Manchester United have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Bruno Fernandes, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now. We would like to ask you
So
all
just
to
time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.